Yeah, go for it, yeah. Very nice. Yeah, and then fence it and eat this one because we know it hasn't sat here and gotten, for cheeks. Perfect, it's perfect kill. Yeah.
Wait till I will.
They're not going to drag a stick very far in this forest, right? The crossbar is good, and the toggle, yeah, excellent thing. But you could just give that a jerk too, or pick it up. Right on.
So you just probably hang on to it like that. Yeah.
This is only day 2 of the catch, or of the course. So
Great day trapping.
Okay. You said your hand's already warmer?
Yeah. It's crazy.
This is Hassan pepper, right? Is that hot to touch? Probably, eh? And then here, oh my goodness. Look at all of those. We had 7 snowshoe hare. And then here's Sunday rabbit stew. Boy, does that ever look good. Got one. So there's the pole, toss pole. Oh, he's got a really nice looking trigger there. There's his trigger. Going down to the noose, and there's the noose. Very nice. We're on day 2. We've got a snowshoe hare here, and he didn't get choked off, so we're gonna release him and let him go.
It? Yeah. Good man.
And we're gonna let this guy go because we don't need to take another one. And he's gone. String goes down there, and he's got a little Y stick hooked onto an old root there, and then sips over to the noose. We're gonna do some deadfall. Everybody's creating their deadfalls. Lots of first-time efforts, and we're gonna let them rip. So you're on the other side of it, though. That's the outside of it. You gotta go inside and trip it on the inside. There you go. Yeah. Animal walks underneath and trips it. Ah! And we got one. Okay, let's go over here to our next one. Right here. Right there. We got underneath a rock, a little tiny deadfall under a rock here. And little trip. Yeah, and there's number 2 right over here. This one right here underneath this little log. Split strict deadfall. Oh yeah, I got him. Nice. Tim, you can go ahead and do yours right here. Boy, the end of it sticks out. That's pretty funky. Yeah. Nice. Oh, we got one right over here. I'll grab a stick and we're gonna crush this stick. Ready? Oh, it sounds big because it rattled the whole bench. And our last one over here by the fire. Check this out. We've lashed a couple of green logs together for some nice weight. All right, let's go ahead and trigger that guy. Yeah, nice. Okay, well that was fun. All right, so we're practicing our snaring here using triggers, at least one form this weekend, and we're gonna let these go now. These are just practices, so okay, Tim, we'll have to get you to snug on, or to give it a little tug. So there's trigger number 1. Snowshoe hare comes through. Oh, and up he goes. Somebody didn't tie it on all the way. All right, and here we got our second one. Snowshoe hare comes walking along. Goes through and twists on the toggle, and the toggle. That's why we're practicing. All right, here's number 3. Let's see if this one's ready. Yeah, this one. So the last one, the lift stick wasn't ready. So here, I love this toggle. This is one of my faves. So snowshoe hare comes in, walks through, tightens it up, gives it a yank. Be the yank. And woo! Up he goes. Nice. Another one here.
Design, I guess.
Same design with the little single toggle. Yeah. And he goes, keeps walking. And whoa, up he goes. So that one is a little long, but that's okay. Yeah, we're learning. And then over here, simple knot one. Do we have any more? Yeah, we do. Okay, Tim.
I'll take responsibility for this one too.
Okay. And this is the Morris Kohansky version of just using a knot under tension underneath the pole.
I'm just going to put this one in too because it might spring.
Let's do them both. Let's do them both. And that's got a little Y stick toggle. Okay, go for it. Yeah. And up he goes. Nice. And then this one here, go ahead and make him walk there. And whoa, that one went right. Okay. And the last one over here. Last guy. Right there.
Alright.
And our little guy comes in. You might have to work at it a little bit because there's no trigger on that one. But yeah, it's still lifted in. Nice. So in this set, here's our toss pole or lifting pole. It's fixed to the tree right there. And it comes down here. And then it's tied with a string or with paracord to that Y stick, which then hooks onto that Y stick. They cross each other right here. And this Y stick is just tied to this tree here. And so when there's the noose, and it's actually snare wire. There's the noose. It's tied to the bottom of that Y stick. So when it goes through the noose, it will release these two Y sticks, and the lifting pole will spring up. Okay, so this lifting pole or toss pole is just propped up, kind of right on those branches. And then there's the fulcrum. And look at this fence. Wow, that's like Fort Knox there, the Great Wall of China that's forcing that little snowshoe hare to go right through that noose. Here we have a squirrel pole set up to trap squirrels. There is a season right now for squirrels as a fur-bearing animal. And there's a bunch of a squirrel midden where they have little burrows underground and they've been eating the spruce cones there. And then here's another example right here. See all the spruce cones that have been ravaged by the squirrels for their seeds. There's a little hole there. So we set the pole. First of all, you grab a pole that is 1.25 inches in diameter, and I've lashed it to this side of the tree. And then over on that side of the tree, it's more or less free floating on the branch, so that when the trees move like this in the wind, you can have a bit of flex to it. And I didn't find a pole quite long enough. There's plenty here, but I didn't take the time. So I put one on top of the other. And then here we have our little loop strategically placed over top. It's kind of almost hard to see it, but so this is 1.25 inches here. The distance between the top of the stick and the bottom of the loop is 1.25 inches, and then the diameter of that is 1.75 inches. And there's one there. There's the next one. And you can see again it's 1.25 inches above the stick to the bottom of the loop, 1.75 inches. And as we go along, there's a third one. And what I sometimes do, you tie the other end back here to the bottom of the stick. You want to make sure that you got 18 inches so that if the squirrel puts its head in there, it falls and it can't grab anything around it to maneuver itself free, and it has a humane and quick death as far as the snare tightening and blocking the blood flow to its brain, and it basically just kind of goes to sleep quickly. And then I've left a little tail where I tie the knot right there, and that tail I've just kind of hooked it on a piece of bark just so that the wind doesn't blow it around, and it has a little bit of stability even when the squirrel bounces its way down the stick. It stays intact by driving the little tail of the snare into a little piece of bark there. And in this case, slightly different. the snare wire edges kind of hooked around the tree a little bit, and then the tail is over on this side, and it's just so that little triangle there gives it a look. It's like it's standing on 2 feet, holding it in the right place at the right height. Yeah. The squirrel pole, and we shall see if we have any success. We're going to use this in an upcoming survival snaring workshop. So we'll process the animals and cook up the squirrel, and we will work the hide into something, maybe a nose warmer.